Alright, when you're ready.
So I'll just say hello. What are we doing? Kathleen, you can start it.
You start. This is your moment. Off you go.
My moment?
And don't look at us. Yeah.
I'll look at you.
Yeah.
Well, Lanes, thanks for having me. Thanks for letting me wear your name on my top. I'm very appreciative of that. Obviously been at the club for a long time since I've been there, so we've always got along. And then last year had a fair bit going on with my life and my footy, so I think you're about the only one that used to calm me down and get me through those rehab sessions, so I'll be forever grateful for that. I feel like we sort of always had that sort of bond, and I'm really appreciative of that. I think 7 years ago you had your breast cancer.
That's right, yeah.
Yep. It's unbelievable what you're doing now, and 4 kids, awesome, doing awesome in our life, and so proud of you.
Oh, thank you, Clary.
Right.
That's so nice. No, I'm very appreciative. Thank you very much.
Awesome.
So I have been at the club for 7 years, or probably 8 years now, in various roles, but I'm physio in the men's program at the moment and look after rehab. So like Clary said, we spent a bit of time, unfortunately, together over last season. I'm on mat leave at the moment. As you said, I've just had newborn twins. They're babies 3 and 4, so pretty busy.
Number 5 here.
Yeah, Clary was my 5th child last year. But yeah, I guess over the years, you and I have got to know each other pretty well. And like you said, we've experienced each other's challenges, I think, in football, but also in life. And we've probably become close in the fact that I think we just have a pretty genuine care for each other as people, and that's pretty special. So to see you specifically wearing my name on your t-shirt is very meaningful, and I'm very moved by it, Clary. So thank you very much.
Before I tear up. So Kathleen, obviously you know a little bit about your breast cancer journey, but could you please tell me a little bit more and everything you went through?
Yep, so it feels like a while ago now. I was diagnosed in 2017, so I was 30 years old, 7 years ago. I was fit, healthy, I just got married, I'd started up a business, and was just loving life, and then just happened to find a lump under my armpit when I was in the shower one night. Went off to get some scans. Actually wasn't too much of a hurry, I wasn't worried about it. But yeah, unfortunately got the bad news that it had the breast cancer. It had spread to a couple of my lymph nodes. And so, from there on, had a year worth of treatment. Very, very scary. I think when you get given that news, you just fear for your life, and all the small stuff that you worry about day to day just is absolutely meaningless. It means nothing if you don't have life and you don't have time with the people that you love most. So, big lesson in perspective. Underwent my treatment before I could. Actually had to go through an IVF cycle for fertility preservation for a young woman that hadn't had any children yet. That was all part of looking after my future as well, so that was another challenge. So did that and then went through a year worth of treatment, and so far so good. So far so good. 7 years on and still healthy, able to have babies, so I'm very lucky. Yeah.
Yeah, I was reading your message yesterday, the letter we got, and sort of all talking about the small things and the perspective. I think that was probably last year. You probably helped me with a lot of that with just footy, and footy is such a small thing in life. So thank you for that, with the perspective part of it. I really appreciate that.
Oh, no worries.
Just want to ask, what was your biggest challenge?
Oh, the biggest challenge is, it's probably just really staying positive through pretty crappy times. You go in, I was feeling fit and healthy, and then you start treatment and you feel anything but that. And again, like I said, I was 30 years old, I lost all my hair, my eyebrows, my eyelashes, so cosmetic stuff, which again it's not the big stuff, but it's those little things that just make it even more challenging when you're trying to just get through an illness. But it's just, the biggest challenge is just always finding the silver linings, finding the fun, even amongst the hard times, and just being grateful for the things that you do have. And I count myself every day as one of the lucky ones. I have, up until now, I've had a great story, and I know some people don't. It's not always the case. But my story has been a positive one, and that's why I do like to share it, because if there's any other women out there who are going through the same thing, I think it gives you hope when you hear the positive stories.
It's very beautiful. Can I ask, what were the silver linings you touched on?
I think I've always known that I've had a wonderful husband and family and friends, but then, you go through something like that and you see everyone come running to give you whatever you need at the time, and that care and support. I just counted myself to be the luckiest person ever. I also, I think you learn a lot about yourself in those times. So just your resilience and your grit, and having breast cancer, that's now been part of me and who I am, and I think I'm stronger for it, and yeah, I'm thankful for that and grateful for that.
What did you learn about yourself throughout the time?
I learnt that I'm a pretty positive person, and that I need a good laugh in life, no matter the circumstances. Humour for me is the best medicine. So I never like to take anything too serious. I like to have a good time, find the fun where I can. And I also learnt that I need other people around me. We work in a team environment at a football club, and football clubs are unique in that they sometimes do feel like a big family. It's more probably than just a workplace. But having your team around you, especially in the hard times, it's super important to me, and I think it always will be.
You're always upbeat and always got a positive attitude and always got a laugh, which is refreshing. Who was a part of your support network, and how important were they? I think you touched on it before.
Yeah, so definitely my husband Alex, he was there for everything, at all the appointments. My parents, my mum, my dad, my sister who also works here at the footy club, and my brother, all my family and friends. And then it also extends to, like I said, the football club. At the time I was working here, and so was my husband Alex, and the football club, the Melbourne Football Club, were extremely good to us. They always allowed us to have the time to get to appointments. They were flexible with our work over that time, and they just wrapped their arms around us the whole entire time. So I was extremely lucky to have that network of people.
Fast forward to now, how have these experiences changed you as a person?
Oh, I was going to say I definitely don't sweat the small stuff, but I do have 4 children, 4 and under, and sometimes I do. But I check myself, and I try not to. So I think it's that perspective thing that I spoke about last time. Like, even if you're feeling a bit snowed under or stressed, you just take a breath, and you can remember that at any stage life can change. And to just take a breath and appreciate what you've got, and nothing ever seems that daunting. So definitely, and I've got 4 children. I'm the luckiest person ever, especially when I was told my treatments may result in infertility. So to be blessed enough to go on to have 4 children has been an absolute gift, and yeah, I count my lucky stars every day, Claz.
Yes, you do. You don't sweat the small stuff. I think, I've actually always admired that. I'm probably the opposite. I carried on with a little hamstring injury there for a while, and that's probably one of the smallest things that can happen. Like,
oh, we're yin and yang. We counterbalance each other.
See,
that's why it works.
To see how you just went through everything and just come out such a positive person, it's inspirational.
Oh, thank you, Clary.
Yeah. We're wearing warm-up tops with the names of Australians impacted by breast cancer this week. What does that mean to you?
It means a lot, and probably seeing my name there on your top probably conjured up a bit more emotion than I thought that it would.
Yeah.
It's been 7 years on for me, so to have time to actually stop and reflect on then and also now has been quite powerful. And I think also when you, as players, wear people's name, we play the BCNA round every year, and we know it's really common. We know 1 in 7 women are diagnosed with breast cancer in this country, but I think when you actually put a face and a name to those numbers, again, it just becomes so much more powerful. I'm just one story, but there'll be 43 other stories, that are being represented at the club this week, and that's very special.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. What impact do you think this will have on others affected by this disease?
I think it's power in numbers. It's knowing that you're not alone. Cancer can feel very lonely, especially when you're in the thick of it, and it can feel like the world's closing in on you. And I think when you, like I said, you see those other names, you hear those other stories, and you know that you're united with a whole group of other women who have been there before and who are also going through it currently. And I think that just gives support to people and hopefully strength that they need at that time.
Beautiful. How proud of yourself for getting through this?
Oh yeah, super proud. Super proud. It's definitely changed me as a person. It's made being a mother to 4 kids now much more tolerable. Yeah, and it's a strange thing to say, and I say it all the time. I wouldn't wish breast cancer or any form of cancer or illness upon anyone, but it has somewhat been a gift to me. It's provided me with a big challenge in my life. It's taught me a lot of lessons, especially the ones on perspective and gratefulness, which I'll never forget. And yeah, and so I'm somewhat thankful for it and for the way that it's shaped me as a person.
No, I just want to say thank you, Lanes, for opening up on your breast cancer journey. Obviously, it would have been sort of tough talking about those things, but your ability just to see it as sort of a silver lining and just make you a bit more perspective on life is, yeah, as I said before, it's just inspirational, and I think it doesn't go unnoticed how inspirational you are, for me especially, and I think so many other people. So say thank you for that.
Thank you, Clary. It means a lot. I think we're both doing great, aren't we?
We are. We are. Much better. Perfect. Perfect. Awesome. Come here. Thanks for that.
Good job.
Thank you. It's good.